Good morning. This is Saturday, April the 29th. This is the Daily Blooms. This is Dave. One of my subscribers has requested that I go slower when I do the videoing of the gardens. So I'm very glad to comply with that. But in order to get the gardens all in, and I'm going to attempt to do this today, as daffodils and tulips and many things are out right now. And with all the gardens that I have, I just can't go fast enough to really give you a good view of what's in bloom. So I'm going to go slow, and I'm probably going to make this will be part one of possibly 3 videos today of the spring gardens, us outside around my home and my tenant house that is next door that I used to live in. We're looking at the gardens of the tenant house right now. These gardens have been in here for probably, some of them, 10 years or longer. Things are quite beautiful, and there is so much to see and so much to talk about, really, that I will try to keep the videos under 7.5 minutes so I can post them on some of my other channels that people like to view. As we go down here, it's a beautiful view of the flowers that are in bloom. Here we have some forget-me-nots that are in bloom, that reseed themselves. Here we have some Virginia bluebells. I have a patch here that is gradually getting larger. It takes time. I really neglect these over here now. There are daylilies and things in here, and I really haven't paid close to attention as I should. I did get my gardens at home fertilized over the last few days, and got to get over here and fertilize these. This patch of white yesterday was just beautiful with the sun on them. It's overcast today. It's easier for me to do the videos, actually. These are beautiful tight daffodils that have 2, 3 flowers on them. I don't know what kind of daffodils they are. The heat from yesterday kind of knocked the wind out of some of them. I can see that they have wilted some today. Here's another patch of Virginia bluebells. That's the bloodroot that I showed earlier in the year. And here's a patch of trilliums that is growing. I think they're in a pot still. I've got to try to probably move that. One thing I noticed yesterday I wanted to go over here to show you was the double bloodroot. This is candy tuft right here. It's in bloom. It spread quite well. But this double bloodroot, a friend of mine, when they moved to Buffalo, gave me a clump of this. Here again, it's like the single bloodroot, except it's a little later by a couple weeks. And as you see, the flower is a double. It takes longer for these to spread. They're not as they don't spread as rapidly as the white ones. These have been in here probably, I don't know how many years, but they're certainly well worth the wait. As you can see, there are hostas that are coming up in various stages. Daylilies are good if I can get some fertilizer on them this year. It'll certainly make them better. Here's a beautiful patch of orange, 2-color tulips. Some great hyacinths. They're in bloom here now. I don't do much over here. There's just a lot of forget-me-nots in this area. And I do have daylilies all the way down the fence there that bloom. There's some creeping phlox down there. As I said, I kind of neglected this section of the gardens, but they're still growing. Over here I have a bed of white daffodils. That's the tulips mixed in there too. They're looking nice. I do have some oriental poppy beds over here. Don't know how they're going to do this year. They're coming up slowly. Some more tulips scattered about. There's, I believe that's called a lipstick tulip. I'm not sure. I can't remember. We're on the other side of the house now, and taking a look at what's in bloom over here. There's a yellow ground cover plant. There are daylilies coming up through here. There's hostas in here. Also, we have another daffodil. This is a hosta bed that I've had these hostas, some of these for 40 years or longer. They haven't been here that long. They've been in other places and moved here. Nice group of daffodils. You can see. More here. We're zeroing in on 7.5 minutes. So I'm probably going to... Oh, here's some more Virginia bluebells. Candy tuft. More daffodils. There's a lot of hostas and daffodils here. All different types of tulips. This is a fall flowering bush. It likes it over here. It does very well. These are some of my tall lilies that come up every year. And see how I'm doing on time. Here's a beautiful sight. I don't know what they call this. I gotta wrap it up. This will conclude part 1 with part 3. Check in for the others.